DeShone Kizer?
This is awesome. Obviously, another step in this process that we've been talking about for the last couple months now. Um, I obviously know that there's a lot of responsibility that comes along with starting the game, as far as preparation goes throughout the week, as far as the responsibilities that happen off the field and representing this team the right way. But as awesome as it is, it just means I have to work harder and try to do whatever I can to continue to have some success out in the field and hold on to this position as tight as I can.
What were you expecting, Sean, when you walked into when Coach approached?
We have a meeting every week, and we address this quarterback situation. And obviously, I've been building some confidence in the last couple of weeks. So I just listen to Coach, and I go in and play whenever he tells me to play.
The statement said you're the starter for Tampa, and this positions you to be the starter for the regular season. What are you led to believe you have to do to make that official?
Just continue to get better. Try to execute every time I'm out on that field. Obviously I'll be the first guy taking snaps this week, and it's going to take a full room to allow me to continue to have that success that I've had in this last couple of weeks. This preparation comes from all four of us sitting there working together, and obviously one guy steps out there first, but every guy has been in these last couple of weeks. And so for me, I think that the biggest thing to do is to continue to build off of what I've been doing and continue to become more comfortable, more confident, and just keep letting it rip.
DeShone, you've talked to you and David Lee and you over and over again about your development. The message has been you're not ready. And you've agreed with that, and you've said that yourself. So can you explain why you think you're ready for this opportunity now?
This is a process that is going to allow me to continue to get better week in and week out. And by me saying that in the past, it means that through Coach's decision not to put me up with the starters in the first game, that I wasn't ready for that week. And now every time I've been asked, I've directed you guys to Coach Jackson, and this time Coach Jackson felt that I was ready. This is an opportunity that I think is something I've been working very hard at, and now it's about whatever I can do to go out there and continue to have the success I've had in the last couple games.
I know there's pressure always at the quarterback spot, but do you feel any added because if you play well this week, it's your job to be there week one?
It's a part of the game. Anytime you're stepping in and anytime you have a rep, there's a little bit of added pressure in the sense that you're looking to not only gain the respect from the coaches but the players around you. So yes, every time I step out there, I do feel that pressure. But as far as whether it was last week going in second or this week going in first, I'm looking to gain the respect from the coaches and the players every time I'm out there.
Could you compare your emotions now to when you were made the starter at Notre Dame?
Very similar. This is an awesome opportunity. Obviously, when I first became the starter at Notre Dame, it was because of, unfortunately, the injury of another guy. But to come out here to work hard and to earn an opportunity to be a starter here is a dream come true. There's only 32 guys who are going to step out and be starters for the third preseason week, and I'm going to be one of them. And once again, I understand that responsibility, and I can't wait to go out there and continue to prove to my teammates and to this coaching staff that I can continue to have some success out there and put us in a position to win games.
What do you have to show to Joe Thomas?
It's a lot to show Joe Thomas. That guy's seen quite a few quarterbacks, obviously, and my ultimate goal is for him to not see another one. And in order to do that, I got to continue to show him the type of worker that I am and how much time I'm putting in off the field in my preparation, and making sure that he can go out and get the wins that he absolutely deserves.
Have you talked to him at all about
I have
what he
not.
said?
I have not.
And have you let yourself, either today after Coach told you, or even leading up the whole preseason, to think about what it would be like to start week one against the Steelers?
It's always in the back of your mind, but it's easy to forget about that when you step up here and you start to prepare. We're worried about Tampa right now, and there's so much that needs to go into this game plan on the short turnaround of a week that the last thing I'm really worried about is what's 2 weeks ahead. Right now it's about how can I go in today, prepare myself to be the best quarterback I can be, and continue to earn the respect from my teammates.
What areas something to be said for the gradual easing in? You start as the number 3, then you're the number 2, now you're up to the number 1. Has that had any effect on you or helped you?
Absolutely. I think it's the best way to do things. And, this process that Coach Jackson told me the first day I was drafted has been dead on, straight on. There's been, open communication. I've taken the, like you said, the gradual ride up, and I think that has helped me big time in my confidence and understanding the different positions from being a rookie who's at rookie camp, working in with the ones, and then being a third quarterback and then a second quarterback in the first. It allowed me to grow my confidence and be able to step out there now and potentially hold on to the starting job. I mean, middle school is middle school. You can call it spread, you can call it whatever you want. We're just out there, running the ball all over the place, trying to do trick plays and score touchdowns.
Did you, I guess what I was getting at, when did you first start really playing, having to play under center? Was it after Notre Dame?
No, at Notre Dame, we had a good, section of our offense that was under center. We just never had to get to it. There are a few games where we'll get under, down in the red zone and things like that to help out, the running back getting the ball deep so you can get into the end zone. So I've always had some experience with it, but this is truly the first time where I'm expected to have a good percentage being under center.
And how's it going? How do you feel like the transition?
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's helped me quite a bit on my mechanics. When you're under center, it requires you to lock into your footwork. And when your footwork's locked in, then your mechanics up top can be more locked in and it causes you to have a more accurate ball.
Are you thinking about that, though? There's muscle memory and stuff like that's involved in that.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to a point, though, where you're not thinking about those mechanics and that footwork?
Yeah, absolutely. That's long gone behind me. We spent quite a bit of time in that in the first couple of weeks in my pre-draft process, and since then, it's come to second nature.
So since you've been able to sit down, review the film with the coaches, what are the areas you think you've made the biggest improvements in from the first preseason game to the next one?
Understanding the footwork that goes along with each play. This is the first time that I'm required to take 5 steps out of the gun, for instance, and that's something that, in the back of my mind, I don't feel myself, but I always want to stop at 3. So I was able to go in and practice and work on that, making sure that I'm getting my depth and my drop the right way and adding the right footwork to the right plays, and I was able to do that pretty well in this last game, and I look forward to, moving forward in that.
We talked about it a little bit after the game, but taking the big hit when you're out there running, has sliding ever been an issue for you, or are you comfortable doing that?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I was a baseball player throughout all of high school. I can slide all day long.
So the decision the other night was just you wanted to?
Yeah, purely, it was an opportunity for me to try to split 2 defenders and show my teammates that, when that time does come throughout the season, that I'm willing to go and take a hit to get a couple extra yards. But obviously, I know now that in this position as a starter, it's my duty to do whatever I can to. Be out there all 16 weeks if I do continue to have this role with my team, and in order to do so is to try to take as many hits off of myself as I can.
Were you a pitcher in baseball?
Pitched up until my sophomore year and then shut it down and got ready for football.
High school?
Yeah.
That's as far as you went, so.
Yeah. Shut down the arm after that.
DeShone Kizer, you've been splitting reps through the offseason and then not playing with the starters for most of the first couple games. How do you feel about the rhythm and timing and just getting that together in the past?
Although we were splitting reps, I was getting a lot of run reps. I've been getting a lot of run reps since the day I stepped out here, and that's for this exact moment right now. Coach Jackson is, like I said, stuck right to the process that we've been talking about since day one, and that's to prepare me to, head in the right direction as fast as I possibly can. And part of that was getting reps with some of those guys. So, I'm getting to learn how Corey, runs his routes, getting to learn how Kenny runs his, and Higgins and Ricardo and all the guys across the board. So, that confidence level was already there. So I look forward to going out there and throwing to those guys consistently now.
Well, what's it going to be like to have the full group together with Joe back at left tackle, Isaiah Cole?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. This team has playmakers all the way across the board, and with the offensive line that we've been able to build and the confidence that they're getting, we're running the ball quite well as well. So if we can continue to, stay in front of the chains and do what it takes to not defeat ourselves, I think this offense is going to put up points. And obviously we've seen in the last couple outings that our defense is going to be able to stop teams. And that's all we want to do is put ourselves in a winning position in the fourth quarter and make sure that the ball ends up in our hands with us and with more points than other team.
Was there a moment in this process where you said, you know what, I think I am ready to be the starter, or was there ever a moment when there wasn't and then something clicked for you?
No, this, as a competitor, you always think that you're ready to be out there. Once I was able to understand the offense, and once I was able to get some, first team reps out here in practice and play against our first team defense, that confidence has been building throughout all of training camp. So, you know, obviously you go out and you put it in the preseason, you play against an opponent, you do a little bit of game planning, and that confidence continues to grow. But there hasn't been a specific moment where it's like, all right, I'm ready to be the starter. Once again, I've just been trying to focus in on reps, and now Coach Jackson, you know, it was his call to determine whether or not I was ready to be a starter, and that has come this week.